Well, g'day, Max here again. Welcome back to the shop, or the lunar module. Looks a bit that way, doesn't it? No, we're in the new shop, and I've just been hammering away for a good week and a half, trying to get these end walls completed that we spoke of last video. And I didn't get as far as what I wanted to get because we had some stinking hot days last week. Above 40 degrees, 42s, 43s we were getting. So by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when I about knocked things on the head because it was fucking hot. Yeah, it was just too hot to keep going. So I was having good early morning start, so before the sun came up. So we got some good progress. Well, good progress as best as we could do. It wasn't as much as what I'd hoped. I had hoped to complete the end wall, so let's swing around, we'll have a look. I don't know how this is going to come out because it's looking quite dark through the iPad that I film with. Yeah, so all completed now, bar the roller door, and I still have to make the personal entry door, and there's one strip of sheeting and insulation has to still go down in between. So that's the inside view, and for size comparison you probably won't see it because it's under covers. That lathe there is a 24-inch swing lathe, and it's 3 metres or 10 feet between centres. So that's just a bit of a size comparison. So that's the inside of the east wall, and this is the outside of the east wall. So our next mission is to get all the flashings pressed up and in place, and of course the doors finished off there. So yeah, a lot of flashing to do, and of course all the sheet metal work it all takes a lot of time to do and get right. So these are all the foot mould flashings, so it's all got to be cut and folded correctly, and it all takes time. Okay, west of the wall. No progress over this side. I did get the mesh up ready for insulation and sheeting in this area here. It's very dark. It's looking very dark again once again through my camera. And we did start to get some sheeting and insulation up from the corner there and personal entry doors in. So we did complete our framing and all of that. I still have to put a door header in there. That cross member going across there is just a temporary brace that's sitting at approximately 4 metres, and the door header will come in a little bit low, 600 mil below the corner there, which will give a 3.5 metre high door, and the door is 4.2 wide. So yeah, a little bit of progress there, and of course 3 machines there all in waiting, another machine there in waiting. Yeah, so not a great deal to see, just a lot of glare, a lot of bad lighting and very little progress. But you get that, we did the best we could. I do have another machine I've just purchased. I've just purchased a grinding machine, a surface grinder. So that machine's currently sitting in Melbourne. That's 3,000 kilometres east here of Perth approximately. So that's sitting in a yard there, and it's just about ready to be trucked over. So yeah, just got to survive hopefully a 3,000 kilometre journey on the back of a semi, and I'll put a picture in it here. Yeah, so that machine there, that's a Jung surface grinder, so it has a 500mm by 200mm mag chuck on it. It has also a wheel profiling attachment on it, and it also has a hydraulic fault with it. That's how come I got it cheap. So I don't know if the hydraulic fault is electro-hydraulic related or purely hydraulics, as it is a lot of wiring on the machine, as it's a variable spindle machine. So Jung's claim to fame with this machine because of the variable spindle speed. It's a really good high precision machine for grinding really hard steels. So hopefully it'll be a good thing, but we'll see when it gets here. The approximate weight on it, according to specifications that I've found, which is 2.5 tonne. So she's got a bit of weight to it, so fingers crossed we'll be able to sort this one out when it gets here. So yeah. In the interim, as I said before, if I get any hold-ups in the last few days that I've had off and it gets too hot, I will try and squeeze in some machining videos, but I just soldiered through, so that never happened. What I have to have a real good think about now, I've got approximately 10 tonne of machinery to move into here. So it's sitting in one of my other sheds over the back, so that's about 120 metres away. These machines have to be moved. Now, I was originally going to just get a tilt tray and just do it the easy way. Well, no, that's going to cost me a fair bit. So what I'm going to make up is a couple of machinery moving dollies. Now, they have to take, the biggest machine I have to move is 4.25 tonne, and that's the big Stanco milling machine. So I'll make up a couple of big dollies for that to sit on, and that'll do for the other machine, the 21-inch swing lathe and the ID grinding machine. They're all heavy machines, and with the grinders another 3 tonne, the lathe's just under 3 tonne. Of course the mill, it's 4.25 tonne, and the big Casto power hacksaw, that weighs 1 tonne. So yeah, I'll make up a dolly. I can put these things on and then tie them around with the tractor and get them in here on the concrete. So yeah, so that's where we are to date. I don't expect to have another video out now for several weeks when I've got a substantial amount of progress happened, or a substantial amount of progress on the machinery moving front. We might, if the grinder comes in first, we'll have a video of that with the unloading. There's a certain procedure to use to unload surface grinders so they don't go arse over tit. So we'll show you what that is. So anyway, cheers. Thanks for sticking by on the lack of videos, the lack of machining content, but I've got to get this finished and get all these machines up and running, and then we'll have content coming out of our ears. So anyway, cheers, and see you later.